You are here with By the Cover. Today we're going to be reviewing Under the Dome by Stephen King. This book was 1,072 pages and took me 5 days to read. I would rate this book a 7.4 out of 10. This review may contain some spoilers, so if you do not want to hear those, click off now. As far as my likes with the book, King has a great way of telling stories that makes you feel like you're there. And he also has a great way of just telling a story that feels very nostalgic, and when you're reading it, it just feels like you're on a warm, sunny day. And I absolutely love that about his writing. The biggest strength of this book is the antagonists. The primary antagonist is Jim Rennie. He is a politician that works behind the scenes to gain all of the power in the town. He appoints a police force of just absolutely horrible people. Junior being probably the most memorable, but there's also other memorable ones like Carter and Georgia. All of them are really horrible people, but it was just very interesting being in Jim Rennie's head and seeing the way that he thought about things and how he really saw everyone as just pieces in his game. He was always one step ahead of the competition, which made him a very scary adversary. The one thing I will say about Jim Rennie is that he was only as good as he was because half the people in this town had zero survival skills. And I'm not going to go into who that was, but there are some people, some protagonists in this book that make really stupid decisions. I thought all of the conflicts in this book had very satisfying endings. I loved the chemistry between Chef and Andy towards the end of the book. I also like that King wrote a Republican that actually did some good, which from the more recent books that I've read, Holly and the Gwendy trilogy, seemed like that wasn't in his repertoire, but apparently he can do it. It's crazy. Now, as far as my dislikes of this book, I've mentioned it in a lot of Stephen King book reviews that I do. King has a way of informing you people are going to die before they actually die. I absolutely hate that. It kills all tension, and it kills any investment I have in any of the characters. I would rather he just not do that and let the story play out. If they die, sure. But don't just tell me, 40 pages before it happens or whatever, that they're going to die before it happens. It's annoying. I've also mentioned this in other King reviews, is that he likes to repeat himself. The page count is bloated, and there's a little bit of repeating himself throughout there. The book could have been slimmed down a bit. I didn't like that they locked up the primary character for half of the book. As far as the ending goes, there's really two parts to the ending. The first part, which is the longer part, I really enjoyed. I thought it was exciting, and shit got crazy real quick. The second part of the ending, which causes the resolution of the book, I thought that was an absolute cheap cop-out, and it was just stupid. I wasn't left hating any of it, really, but the ending wasn't all that satisfying. Overall, this book was very addicting, and I think it had really good antagonists. I thought a lot of the protagonists were pretty forgettable, but overall it was a really entertaining book, pretty much from beginning to end. There's some things I didn't like about it. There's a lot of things that I did like about it. Overall, I thought it was a good read and a good use of time. So that's about it. We'll catch you later.